I need to clear up some misconceptions about how to get some gargantuanly, grotesquely gorgeous, yes, that's the word I'm looking for, gorgeous arms. We need beautiful, big, burly biceps to be funneling around the grocery store so the moms can go, oh my, look at that young man. I gotta tell that young man about my 18-year-old daughter, of course. You feel me?
Okay, ignoring my supposed midlife crisis, let's talk about training ideology. We're going to talk about biceps. Now, the thing with biceps is, like most muscle groups, I see people just do tremendous amounts of junk volume. Now, I'll be getting to training philosophy in a moment, but what you're going to see quickly in this video is you're probably just doing too much.
Now, I decided to actually teach you stuff because that's kind of important. So, I'm barely in the camera angle I can see, but I want to show performance versus time and basically just the most basic training philosophy ever. Now, let's say I have my baseline. If I were to sit in a chair all week, this is how strong I'd be if I never touched a weight. Now, I could do a dumbbell curl 25 for 8, let's say. Now, let's say I go into the gym tomorrow and I do that. I do my 25 for 8, and I do 25 for 7, I do 25 for 6. My performance will dip down because I broke a bunch of muscle tissue. And then on Tuesday, I'll be weaker, and maybe Wednesday or Thursday, I come back a little bit stronger. This is called super compensation, and this is where I'm gonna be the strongest and where I'm gonna wanna train next. Otherwise, my performance will actually start to taper until finally I'm back to baseline. Now, what I see as a big issue in a lot of people's programs is they only train a muscle group, let's say like once a week, and they do way too much volume. So this is what they do basically. They go on Monday, they do 25 by 8, 25 by 7, 25 by 6. Then they say, I'm gonna do hammer curls also and superset them, and then I'm also gonna do chin-ups. And they're a brand new beginner or they haven't made that much gains, and so they basically go like this. And then, yeah, they kind of super compensate around the same amount. And then they're only going to train once a week because they can't do that every third day. So they wait till Monday again. And by the time they train the next week, they haven't even made any gains. So all of this volume, let's say, all of this extra stuff, they did all those extra exercises, junk volume, completely waste, didn't add to their hypertrophy at all. Not to mention, since they're only training once a week, they literally, by the time they get back, have made no gains. Their body resets. So it's basically a waste of time. The point is, you want to instead do less volume. You get to the super compensation initially, you want to train again, and then you'll come up a little bit higher, and you just keep on riding this wave where you train the muscle group every few days with just enough volume to make gains. That's the goal. That's what we're trying to do.
So if you tell me in one session you're doing like 6+ straight sets for direct bicep and tricep exercise, most likely your intensity doesn't exist. You're probably doing something like this. Because realistically, unless you've been training like 10 years, 4 to 5 sets should leave you at nothing. To demonstrate this, I decided to show a bicep exercise here taken to technical failure. Because I think many people don't actually have a very good frame of reference for what failure looks like. Especially technical failure. They think you have to do drop sets and other things. But technical failure is actually relatively difficult. And I think it's not achieved on most people's sets, which is why they can do like 6 to 8 sets. Where realistically, if you see this set, imagine trying to do another 5 sets in matching this level of intensity that's about, well, it's just a technical failure. Check this out. Just watch the set. Okay, I'm in a van, but I'm going to finish off with this tricep. So, same thing with the triceps. I think the intensity is misunderstood, and exercise selection is generally terrible. So you can see here I chose a French press because it's a long head exercise. I think a lot of people base their tricep selection based off how it feels or like a relative sense of burn, which is a horrible metric. Like most people, when they do this, they do not feel it in their triceps that well because they're only getting loading mainly in a stretched position. So I heavily recommend switching to these types of exercises, cutting out all your just rope tricep pushdowns, and you'll see. So yeah, check this out. I mean, it looks like I'm at failure, but I just keep going one after another. Isn't that just wild? I'm going to cut this short. Well, Dang, this keeps going. It's wonderful, isn't it? Wow, what a treat for me to eat. Well, anyway, guys, that's pretty much the end of the video. This is the final thing I have for you. So hopefully you can go out and get some sick, gargantuan, gorgeous, beautiful arms to show off to the young, lovely Christian ladies.